still don't understand why you couldn't give me any painkillers, Doc.
You know, screw you, Hugh. I told you not to sing, that it was bad for your nose and stuff. You still go out there and be all like,
I am not the boy next door. I don't belong like I did before. Why? I'm sorry, I can't help it. The stitches opened up again. Here, hold this gauze. I'll be right back. Come in. I'm sorry, do I know you? Maybe. Have you seen Wall Street? Money Never Sleeps? That was you? Yeah. So you trying to pitch me Wall Street 3? Nah. I think I've got something even better. Collateral Beauty. What is your why? Helen, this is the most beautiful script I've ever read in my life. Whatever role, I just have to be part of this movie, Alan. I think you'd be perfect for Howard. Thank you. Thank you so much. We start filming in October. No. Hugh, how dumb could you possibly be? You backed out of Collateral Beauty for Logan? Well, look at me. I'm Wolverine, and I've got to take this little girl from point A to point B. But uh-oh, she's a little wild one. You chose that over this amazing movie which explores the topics of life and death like no other movie has ever done before. Collateral Beauty, a successful ad executive named Howard falls into a deep depressive state when his daughter passes away. The film begins with Howard delivering this thought-provoking speech about the things that connect us all. Love, time, death. Mr. Frankel tells us that these three abstractions are the reasons behind why we make the decisions we make. We long for love, we wish we had more time, and we fear death. Everything we do is a result of these three things. If you're taking a philosophy class right now, drop out, get your money back, and just watch Collateral Beauty, because this is just an appetizer for all the rest of the profound statements that this movie is about to make. And we have a little time skip. Oh my Lanta! Look at what the makeup team has done to Will Smith. Hair gray, bags under the eyes, and they just sap the complexion right out of Will Smith's face. I don't know how you can do that with Will Smith, but they did it. And Will has this facial expression of pure misery. Howard has been building this huge, elaborate domino structure, and as soon as he topples it over, Mr. Frankel plays Callio's Way Down We Go, which perfectly fits the tone the scene is going for. I mean, the makeup, Will Smith's acting, the dominoes, the music, they all come together to represent how something that Howard cared for was just lost like that, and now he's gone away down into a deep, depressive state. Now, what Howard's co-workers, Whit, Claire, and Simon do next may be seen as gaslighting, but we have to go over what they've done before resorting to this. They always leave food on his doorstep, which he barely eats, got him grief counseling, made him go through an intervention. They even flew in an ayahuasca shaman, which are said to cure mental illness and allow Howard to speak to his daughter from the spirit world all the way from Peru to help Howard get better. And even though they've done all this, none of it has worked. Now, Howard wouldn't want the ad agency that he helped make into this giant company to crash, but he is in no mental state to prevent this from happening. So even though what they do may seem wrong, what they're doing is for the betterment of all parties involved. So they hire a private investigator to dig up evidence that Howard is not mentally fit to run his share of the company. And the private investigator discovers he writes letters to the three abstractions. Well, they can't prove he's crazy because writing angry letters to love, time, and death can be seen as a way of venting, taking all that pent-up frustration and then putting it on paper. So it's back to the drawing board. And oh my gosh, Mr. Frankel! Thank you so much for breaking this migraine-inducing cliche that they put in all the films. So Whit is chatting at this lady, but as soon as he turns his back, she has disappeared. In bad films, Whit would just stand there. But calling Collateral Beauty a bad movie is blasphemy. Whit chases after her and finds her. So we are saved from having a few scenes of Whit just being all like, "Hey Simon? Yeah? I found this girl who made my ad better. Cool. I think she's perfect for this next ad." Great. But I don't know where to find her, Simon. Damn. And then the next scene would be Wade in a coffee shop, just minding his own business, and the person getting coffee would have just so happened to be her.
Hey, do I know you? You were at the ad agency. Oh yeah.
And yada yada yada, you get the point. But Mr. Frankel spares us from seeing what we've seen countless times before and allows us to have this brand new, exhilarating cinematic experience.
So Britt comes up with this bright idea, taking inspiration from one of his former ad campaigns. It's a Spanish anger management commercial, and they have this Henson-esque puppet come in there and just go crazy in the classroom.
I mean, I wasn't expecting to laugh during this movie, but it's a very welcoming surprise. In fact, there are tons of comedic moments just sprinkled throughout the film.
Because you're a philanthropist.
Philanderer. The word you're looking for is philanderer.
Kids.
And just so you know, it's a federal offense to steal mail directly from a mailbox.
You can...
Breaking the law.
Nice to meet you.
Nope.
So Wade hires actors, Amy, the lady he chased down earlier in the film, and her two friends, Bridget and Raffi, to play the abstractions Howard has been writing angry letters to. Bridget is the first to approach Howard as Death, in this very funny scene that consists of Bridget basically telling Howard that everything he wrote in his letter is wrong. And she is just ecstatic about having this amazing acting performance.
Then right after, Mr. Frankel stabs you in the heart when...
Nobody, Mommy. I'm not going back to our house. I'm going home.
Hire this woman to play all available roles in Hollywood. Liza Colon-Zayas delivers this heart-wrenching monologue just talking about how her son Trevor died.
And I love the way Mr. Frankel slowly zooms in on her face as the story she's telling continues to intensify, so you can see her mouth tremble and the tears just stream down her face.
The only word I can use to describe Miss Colon-Zayas' performance is perfect. No one, and I mean no one, could have done it any better.
Even the extras are great here. They all ham up the sadness, but not too much to make it look cheesy.
Great job, extras.
So Howard is not ready to share what happened to him to other people, but he went to a support group. He's making progress. And then he's confronted by Raffi, who plays the role of Time. And Raffi's telling him, hey, you're wasting the gift I have given you by not moving on.
And with this scene, Mr. Frankel is not only sending this message to Howard, he's sending this message to all of us. Time is a gift. We cannot waste it.
Look at him, he's eating. He didn't eat the takeout that was given to him before, but look at him. He's feasting on a plate of...
I can't tell, but he's getting better.
I'm eating.
And while he's eating, he meets Amy, who plays the role of Love. And she tells him that love isn't everything, and that all the effort he's putting into avoiding love so he doesn't have to go through the pain of loss again is just going to waste. He has to embrace love, and then maybe he can feel like himself again.
And then look here.
He's opening up to Madeline, the head of the support group.
He's not talking about his daughter, but he is talking about all these crazy people coming up to him. But this is the most he's ever spoken about his problems to another person throughout the entire film. I really like what they do here. With each time he meets an abstraction, Howard slowly improves himself.
Just be sure to notice the collateral beauty.
Hey. That's the name of the movie. Alright, my brains aren't big enough to comprehend what Mr. Frankel is trying to tell us, but this is my take. That the collateral beauty is the connections between everything. That there's a purpose for everything. And although it may seem bleak, there is light at the end of the tunnel. It will never be as bright as it was before, but that light never goes away. Losing someone sucks. I've been there. I've done that. The best you can do is just look past what may seem bad and try your best to look for what is good. Because believe me, the good is always there. It's hard to find, but once you find it, you will feel so much better.
And she tells Howard that if he wants the abstractions to go away, that he has to clap back. So he's all like to Raffi, you know what, Time, thanks, but no thanks for the present. You forgot to give a present to my daughter, so you know what, I just don't care about you.
Raffi, eviscerated.
Well, Bridget goes up to him and he's all like, I get a death. They say my daughter has moved on to a better place. You're a natural part of life, and I shouldn't hate you, I shouldn't fear you, I should just accept you. But you know what, Death? I don't want to do any of that because she's not here.
Bridget, eviscerated.
Then Amy shows up.
Good luck to her.
And Howard's all like, you betrayed me, love. I knew you were there when she was there. How could you leave?
Then surprisingly, Amy claps back herself.
She's like, actually, I never left. I can be good, and I can also be bad. I told you I was in everything, so quit trying to live without me, dude. And she's the one that walks away, not Howard, which is to signify that she won the scene. Now, while all this is happening, a private investigator has been recording Howard and then edits the footage in such a way to make it seem like Howard is just talking to nothing. Then they use this footage against him, showing that he's in no mental capacity to run the company and forcing him to resign. However, the guilt eats them up and they can't go through with it. But after everything Howard has gone through, he realizes that yeah, he can't run the company at all.
And the scenes that occur after this literally made my brain melt.
So he meets up with Madeline again and they go to her house. Oh my god, the music in this scene, how it builds with new instruments being added in and it just getting gradually louder as each scene beat is hit. Then Will Smith's eyes are as red as tomatoes. And then Madeline is just continually asking Howard what her daughter's name was. And then,
oh my god, wait! Oh!
Madeline and Howard were husband and wife before the events of this movie occurred?
It was Olivia.
My heart, Will Smith, you're getting me right there. And the twists don't stop there. We've only bitten into half the churro.
As Howard and Madeline are taking a stroll in the park, looking down on them are Amy, Raffi, and Bridget. And then when they go to turn around...
Oh, no. They are love, time, and death. You've torn me into pieces, Mr. Frankel. And the only way to fix this... I've gotta watch this movie again.
Prince of Bel-Air.